Hello, my name is Liberty Model number W84it.
All right, so the problem with this over here, regular price action, is you can do candle analysis on here, and that works, right? But you're calculating a lot. You're constantly calculating. You're constantly trying to figure out. It's stressful. It's hard to be that logical while the market's moving. And with the NQ, the market moves really fast. And so when I do this, I create a level of support, you can say, and then off of this touch right here that comes down, and then it pushes through it here and it pulls back up and it kind of almost hits it twice right here in the same area, manipulates it there, but it's good enough. And then it kind of goes down and pushes into it here, and the bodies stop right there. So it's a good place for this zone, if you will. And sorry, I've got the fan right there in your face. And so when price action pushes down into this and then it manipulates this, that's kind of what you want to see if it's already touched it 2 other times, like it's respected it 2 other times. And so this is where it gets confusing because you have to keep track of all these things. But here you go. And the market pushed into it here and closed level here, right? And then it pushed into it, the top of it here, and it respected it there. And so it also had another close right there. So you could say that it's framing the low to be here. And once it frames the low, the market wants to frame the high. So then it goes up because you had 2 touches that held, right? And then it goes up and it hits a high, and then it hits the same high. Maybe it makes a little progress there, but it comes back down. And so it framed the high here. And so what we'll do is we'll just draw another zone here. And I don't know if the macro is the same on everybody's, but it's Control F10. If not, you can go to Tools and then Hotkeys and set it up for yourself. But that's a region highlight Y. And so we're going to bring this to the front. So here's another thing: is if you click on your chart here and go to Properties, the first box here, allow the selection and drag drop. Click that and make sure it's checked. And then when you come over to your chart, you can touch your chart and see the dots that show up on the candles here. Now that you see the dots, you can grab this and drag that. And see like a little box underneath my cursor? If I had another chart, I could just drag this over to another chart. And then I would have the NQ bars on another chart. And but you can also, if your bars are behind your zones that you're drawing, you can also right click on them and just hit bring to front. And then that puts them in front of the zones. All right, so let me recap here. Your market likes to test and retest, and I call that framing the low, right? And so then it wants to frame the high immediately after, so there's a test and a retest, right? And they both hold here. You don't really make any progress there, and nothing worth talking about because the next bar immediately closes back down, right? And so now you framed the high, you framed the low, and so in order to keep going up, we need liquidity. So